cha, boom, boom, cha, boom, cha. Boom, boom. Now listen up, all you big cat lovers with your snacks in your face and your feet under the covers. It's time to hear a story, so sit your butt down because Derek's gonna walk you all around the compound. Yeah.
Hi. Hi, baby. Are you getting... Is your space getting cleaned? Ooh, that looks like new bedspread. Yeah. So basically, yeah, you get one spot cleaned, and then you get moved, and then you get the other spot cleaned. What service? What amazing service. Allergies are rearing their ugly head. I was out there butchering me and Darian, and oh my gosh, thought I was doing good for a bit there. I don't know, wind just seemed to start picking up. Oh, and I just ka-choo, ka-choo, ka-choo. Look at your squishy face. Look at Hi, Sass. Hi, baby. Yeah. Good girl. Alright. Let's go see some kitties. I was about ready to go down the hall there. Down the hall. Check and see where Milo was. Wait. What? Hi. Hi, mister. Oh my gosh! No! If I had ovaries, they would have been exploded. But I don't. What is going on with you? Wow, chatty Mr. Milo. I'm okay with that. Whoa. What got into you? Oh my gosh. I'm having an okay time with this. I enjoy this conversation that we're having. Every so often I gotta pause the video and basically just like sniff and go like with my nose. It's so bad. Hi. What? Do you sniff my hand? That's what it is. He's got his nose. Oh, yeah, that's like he smells the blood. He smells the blood on my hands, and he's just like, "Oh my gosh, you're my favorite person, my favorite." Oh, I know. I think it's in between feed. You're gonna get fed later, bud. And there's fresh horsey. Trust me, I know. Fred. Hi, mister. Hi, mister. How are you? He's a good Fred. He is a good Fred the boy. Fred the boy. Gotta let. Oh, Fred and Freddy. Fred the boy. That's gonna be a thing now. That is definitely gonna be a thing. I used to watch that show. Now, don't get me wrong. I would say like Ed and Ed, because I think that I was in like high school by the time Ed and Eddie rolled out. Maybe a little bit, but I was a tune aficionado, and I would still watch original programming, and I veered towards the Cartoon Network. as opposed to the Nickelodeon at that time. Now, that was flipped before because I would watch like around the old Doug, Ren and Stimpy times, I would watch Nickelodeon. It's kind of fun. I recently watched some old clips of Ren and Stimpy, and I'm like, how did this show get past any executive? And like have it be marketed towards kids. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is, because I remember just thinking that, of course, like over the years, but it literally has been years since I've watched like some of those clips. And I'm like, it was literally the other day, because I had a song stuck in my head, the Belly Button song. It's an obscure episode where Stimpy climbed inside of his belly button because his belly button started talking to him, and he climbed inside of his own belly button, and then there was a super psychedelic sequence accompanied by a song that could have very easily come right out of like 1968, like Haight-Ashbury kind of environment. It's actually a really good song. Climb inside my world, climb inside my belly button beanbag plastic world. Yeah. Rainbow cinnamon gumdrops. I've had that song stuck in my head, and it's funny because I've every once in a while that song would just pop into my head, and for years. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. But I didn't remember exactly like the lyrics and whatnot. Surprisingly enough, when I watched the song, I'm like, wow, this song is startlingly similar to how I remember it. Which is, that's like the pretty incredible thing, just an incredible thing about the times that we live in now, and the fact that, we have the YouTubes and we can go back and we can look at stuff like old television things or old commercial jingles or whatnot. So I got a weird memory for a lot of different like things, important stuff. Like, hey, if you don't have things, oh my gosh, if you don't have things set up on Autopay, like bills, and then it just, you'll get a notice like, hey, your thing is way overdue. And this is like, what? Even though you do have money. I've had that happen a number of times. Oh, Autopay is a blessing and a curse. Who else agrees with that sentiment? Hi, I almost called you Melissa. Hi, Ren. But Melissa says hi. She does. She does. But yeah, I have a weird relationship with memory. Oh, Solano's inside the thingamabob there. Yeah, I know. Hold on. So yeah, weird relationship with memory. Like, oh gosh, this morning I thought that I completely like torched my Keurig machine. Because in the morning, like, and I got a routine where it's like, I'll put a cup of coffee in the Keurig machine, I'll make the thing, and then I'll grab one, and then I'll grab another empty cup, put it in the Keurig machine, go and do that, and then I basically just have like rotating cups. So that when I get done with the first one, I go and then I just yoink, grab the next one, and then put the first one in. I mean, I usually go, well, you're talking about someone who has about like 5-6 cups of coffee per morning. So it's just like, yeah, Todd, get it in me. Todd, get it in. And I don't know, like the rotation of things, the order of things got wonky. Hey, bud. Hi. Hi, mister. Hi. How are you? Hi, I know. You just hanging out inside there? Your little fort? Your temple? He's meditating. He's meditating in his temple. And yeah, the order in which I do stuff got a little bit screwed up because, I do the coffee rotation thing But then I also have to, you know, like sometimes I have to get the reservoir and I have to do the thing and then fill it up with fresh water and then put the stuff in. So I pulled the reservoir of water off because it was close to being empty. Hi, Melissa says hi. Pulled it off. And then I took the cup, an empty cup, put it down, put the thing in, and there was no water. It didn't have any water, and I just pressed the button as I'm filling up the thing, and then all of a sudden I just hear and I'm just like, man, why is it making that noise? And I'm holding the reservoir of water in my hand, and I'm looking at the Keurig machine, and I'm just like, that doesn't sound right. What's wrong? And I look down, and I'm like, oh, that might be why. oh no. Luckily, I think that the thing had like an automatic shut-off feature, because I had to like unplug it and flip a couple switches and then let it sit for a while. I think let some of the components kind of cool down their temperature. They turned it back on after a little bit, because I tried turning it back on like right away, and like the thing was just like blinking at me, and it was just like, yeah, nope, error 404, coffee not found, and it's like, oh no. Yeah, and I'm sitting there thinking like, Heidi got this thing for me. It was a gift, and I was gonna have to tell her just like, yeah, I did something dumb, and luckily I turned it off, let it sit for a little bit, and then when I turned it back on, yeah, it was able to work. So yeah, I have a weird relationship with memory on stuff like that. But then an episode of Ren and Stimpy that I think I may have only ever seen it one time, when I was a kid. One time. And then there was a song in that episode. I remembered that song pretty stinking well. Going on for like, well over 20 years, about 25 years. And then the other day, hi Kev. You can act tough all you want, but I know the truth. You're a big softie. You're a big softie who likes to party. You do. I gotta get that video edited and put out. I haven't done that yet. But yeah, a song in a cartoon episode that I heard 25 years ago. Like periodically, it just pops in my head, and then I finally got the gumption. Or just not even the gumption. I finally got brave enough. No. I said, like, you know what? You got the YouTube. You've looked up. I can't tell you. There was like a weird period where I actually did look up like a bunch of the Beats songs from Doug. I'm like, these are surprisingly good. And then I kind of thought, just like, hey, actually look that song up. And the only reason I did was because like I want to see if like the only reason I did was because for the longest time, the song that was in my head, for some reason it said belly button, like Nemad plastic. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. What is Nemad plastic? But that's just like what my kid brain heard and said like, yeah, Nemad plastic. But it's like, no, like I actually like, what is that lyric? What is that line? So really the only reason I looked it up was because that had been like a lyrical itch. And I'm like, all right, once and for all, let's see what it is. And then I looked it up. And it's beanbag plastic. And I was kind of surprised at like how much basically the rest of the song was like, wow, it's actually like the melody and the tune and even a lot of the lyrics I still like remembered. And I'm like, huh, this is basically pretty similar. So it's like you'll forget to put on like you'll put on one shoe and then forget to put on the other, but then you'll remember a jingle. You'll remember a song that you heard once 25 years. Like, why I'm having this talk with my brain like, why are you like this? Why? The brain's like, I don't know. Would you like me to play another song for you? And I get frustrated. I'm like, ugh. Yes. Fine. Well, let's go to this one song that you heard in the department store when you were 17 years old. And you thought that the key changes were pretty cool. I'm like, all right, let's hear it. It's funny how that works. But yeah. Climb inside my world. What's that song? Bobby. 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 Hi, baby girl. Hey, baby girl. Hi, sniff. Hi, sniff, sniff, sniff. Hi, sniff, sniff. Hi, sniff, sniff, girl. Alright. What? Oh, jeepers cripes. Talk about forgetting stuff. Hello, all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of Walk Around the Compound webcast. Oh my, what is happening? Why? Brain, why? I don't know. I was just listening to music. You're distracted. You're a distracted caster. Whoa. Whoa. My darling. Max, I'm not sure if she's really digging that. She's getting it from both sides. That's, wow. Yeah. Jeez. Hashtag Bobs too. Anyway. Thanks for watching this episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hashtag Dorbus Award in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for all your big cat goodness. And if you want to learn more about the facility around me, you can always visit the website, KRescueTexas.com, for more information. And I'll see you folks later. All right. Bye-bye.
Walk around the compound, stairs